Hi everyone, Denise Hahn here from the Graphic 45 design team, and I've been reading all kinds of Facebook and blog comments, and I know some of you are dying to get some easy, simple starter projects going. So today we're going to do the easiest thing in the world. We're going to make a greeting card with one sheet of Graphic 45 paper. So follow along with me and get out your favorite sheet of Graphic 45.
Okay everyone, so are you ready to make a greeting card out of just one sheet of Graphic 45 paper? I'm going to show you how. It's really simple. It's a great beginner technique and doesn't use up a lot of supplies. So the first thing you want to do is pick out the piece of paper that you want to use, and you should look for something that has a focal point that you can cut out, like this flower here or these, you know, something that you can fussy cut out. And then as a rule, there'll be a nice, more mellow pattern on the other side. So that's kind of what you're looking for. So out of Bohemian Bazaar, this is the one that I chose. The next thing I do when I'm getting ready to make a card is pick out an envelope. I like to really mail my cards, so I always make sure that I'm designing it based on the envelope size. So what I do is I measure my envelope, and I always try and come in, a little bit shorter because it's not fun trying to retrim your card. So this is about 6 1/4 by 4 1/2. So I know that's what I'm going to want to cut my greeting card out at. So, but before I do any cutting, I'm going to pick my focal point. And the focal point is what's the first thing you look at when you look at the card. And the thing that's standing out here to me is this piece right here. I'm pretty sure, yes, that it's going to fit my card size. So what I'm going to do is cut this out. But I also want to make sure I have enough card left over to cut the greeting card portion out. So since this is 6 1/2, I know I can't do a 6 1/2 wide card. I'm going to have to do 6 1/2, oops, this way. So here is 6 1/2, I'm sorry, 6 1/4, I think. And I'm coming really close. Let's flip it over and see. I think I can make it. I think I might just sheet over a tiny bit. And let's go ahead and cut it. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can always be just a little bit smaller than the envelope. And then I'm going to, 4 1/2 was my other measurement, so I know I'm going to go 9. So let's go, oops, do I want to cut? Yeah. So we're going to go 9, pull my cutter out, go at 9, flip it over, good to go. Now remember, don't throw away these pieces because we might need them later. Then another little trick I like to do is go ahead and go at my 4 1/2 measurement, drop it over, and instead of cutting it, oops, make sure your slicer's up there. Instead of cutting it, I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder and just give it a little score. To be honest, 99.99% of the time I'm off a little, so I'm just going to go ahead and oh, did I get it right? No, I didn't. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that little bit off, and then we'll get along moving with our card. Okay, so now I have my card, and I know this is my focal point, so I'm going to go ahead and take a little break here, give you a little break, and I'm going to fussy cut this out, and then we'll get right back to making our card. Okay, so now I'm done fussy cutting out my focal piece, and I love it because this is a really good piece for beginners to start fussy cutting with because it has this big cream border on it and it's very forgiving. So now I'm all fussy cut it out. Now what you want to do is take the rest of your paper and see, what do you have left here? And I can already see just jumping out at me is this little border area right here. I love how it looks. I think it'll, give some layering to this card. So I'm going to go ahead and just chop that out. All right, so now I have a couple good border pieces, and I can kind of play with them and see, what I like best. I don't know. I feel like this color here would probably be better suited down here. So then the blue is kind of not bunched up together. And then I like this little strip of green back here. It's kind of setting off these colors. It's a little different. So I'm going to just go ahead and... Okay, so now when I open this card, I can see it's pretty bold in here, and this is upside down. So I'm going to want to kind of cover that up, and I think the easiest way to do that is going to be just to take this leftover square and chop it. And the beauty of it is you really don't have to be so precise. You know I just need to trim a little off of this edge to be able to fit this inside. I love it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just ink this baby up. So I'm using Colorbox Limited Edition Pigment in Cupid. And if you don't have one of these, you need to get one because it turns every ink pad you have into a cat's eye. And so we'll just speed it up a little, and we're just going to ink up everything. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble, which is, the easiest part. I've already pretty much laid out where I wanted everything. I remember I wanted the blue on the bottom. Then we're going to go this green in the middle. And this is kind of tricky. This is a really narrow piece, but luckily I have a Mega Runner, which you can switch from 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. So I have the 1/4 inch in here. And I'm just going to start from the middle and kind of gently work my way out. Flip it over, start from the middle, work my way out. Awesome. Okay, where did I want this? Kind of in the lower half of this design. Yeah, I'm an eyeballer. I know some people are super precise, but I'm not that precise. All right, that looks great. Now for this part, we're going to give it a little dimension, so we're just going to grab some foam squares. Awesome. And right in the middle. Let's not forget to add our inside piece. Beautiful. I feel though this is a really pretty card. I like it. If you wanted to, you could like stamp a little sentiment on a piece of cardstock and stick it there. I feel like it needs one more thing though. I know, more is more. What can I say? So I'm going to go ahead and grab my paper and see what's left on it. And I'm thinking I want to add like a little flower of sorts. I'm thinking I like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this out really quick. Now, if you'll notice on this tiny little piece, it actually has some little lines cut in it. And I feel like I'm going to do a little embossing on this, and so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut through those natural lines that are already there, which is a great thing to do when you're getting ready to sort of emboss a flat flower. I always have my little embossing station underneath my desk here. So I'm going to go ahead and, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, here it is. Just kind of hit this in the middle and give it a little curl up. Just like that. Hit each little petal until it curls. Okay. All right. So now I'm feeling this. Definitely giving that extra little something. I'm just going to hit it with the dab of hot glue. Maybe. Okay. That's on, but sure there. So my hot glue's not working, so I'm just going to put a little adhesive in the middle. Stick it on. And there you have it. A lovely greeting card made with one piece of paper, some ink, and some scissors. All right, so you say, well, Denise, yeah, it works with Bohemian Bazaar, but what about other lines? Well, let me show you. So I did the same exact thing with Mother Goose. And what I did on this one is I left the pattern side inside and let the busier side outside because I needed this little boy to stand out. And so little boy blue is here, and he's sitting on the plaid background. And then for a border, the paper that I chose didn't really have any natural borders in it, so I made my own by just cutting out using a Fisker's border punch. And then to give it really a lot more definition, I just went ahead and lightly inked over the top of it so you can still sort of see the pattern, but yet it stands out from the background. So as you can see, there's a lot of different options with just one piece of paper and some ink.